The Wednesday night movie will not be seen tonight, so that we may bring you the following color telecast of the 40th Annual Awards of the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences.
The 40th Annual Academy Award Show.
How many choose the graduate? Guess who's coming to dinner? And in the heat of the night.
One of the highlights of Academy Awards night is the arrival of glittering stars. You've seen Sonny and Cher. This is Carol Channing and Carl Malden. Beauteous Natalie Wood. Greer Garson, an all-time favorite. Shirley Jones with husband Jack Cassidy. Rosalind Russell. Audrey Hepburn. Magnificent Raquel Welch. Paul Newman with Barbara Rush. And Sidney Poitier. Ladies and gentlemen, the president of the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences and a former winner of the Academy Award himself, Mr. Gregory Peck.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Last Monday was the 40th anniversary of the Academy Awards. Tonight, we welcome you to our presentations. This has been a fateful week in the history of our nation. We join with fellow members of our profession and men of goodwill everywhere in paying our profound respects to the memory of Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr. Society has always been reflected in its art. And one measure of Dr. King's influence on the society we live in is that of the 5 films nominated for Best Picture of the year, 2 dealt with the subject of understanding between the races. It was his work and his dedication that brought about the increasing awareness of all men that we must unite in compassion in order to survive. The lasting memorial that we of the motion picture community can build to Dr. King is to continue making films which celebrate the dignity of man, whatever his race or color or creed. Like our society, the art of film is on the threshold of a great renaissance. Everywhere in the world, new and imaginative and meaningful work is being done. The Academy applauds the recent creation of the American Film Institute, sponsored by the National Endowment for the Arts, which has launched vital programs to preserve our film heritage and to sponsor work by young creators who might not otherwise find their way into film careers. We gratefully acknowledge, as always, the advances made by our technicians. And this year, Academy certificates are awarded to the Electro-Optical Division of the Kilmorgan Corporation, to Panavision Incorporated, to Fred R. Wilson of the Samuel Goldwyn Studio Sound Department, and to Walden O. Watson and the Universal City Studio Sound Department for their contributions to our technical advancement. Congratulations, gentlemen. And now for our other awards. The members of the Academy have voted by secret ballot, and the tabulated results are once again known only to the representative of our accounting firm. He is by now one of the few constants in Oscar's ever-changing world, Mr. Bill Miller.
Thank you, Mr. Peck. In accordance with the Academy rules, absolute secrecy of the ballots has again been observed. Here's your certificate that Price Waterhouse has counted the votes, and the results are in these sealed envelopes.
Thank you, Bill. Now may I check that first envelope? This one contains the name of tonight's Master of Ceremonies. Well, that's no secret. You know it. So do I. Let's see if Bill Miller got it right. You did.
Thank you.
Now, once again, here is that amiable national monument who pricks the balloons of pomposity, evokes laughter even from the targets of his wit, and adroitly displays America's sense of humor to the world. The Academy welcomes, with pride and gratitude, Mr. Bob Hope.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, and thank you, President. Thank you. You sure that's Arthur Freed? Amazing what makeup can do. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, here we are once again. Welcome to the Academy Awards, or as it's known at my house, Passover. I just want to say about the delay of 2 days, it didn't affect me, but it's been tough on the nominees. How would you like to spend 2 days in a crouch? We also voted a special Oscar for valor to the ABC programming department. They just committed mass hara-kiri. Now, any delay really snarls up programming, and the sponsor, Eastman Kodak, was afraid it would hurt their image, a show that took 3 days to develop. But I just to fill in the lull, they had a little earthquake out here. Well, it wasn't actually an earthquake. Charlton Heston wasn't nominated, and he was just trying to shake up the committee. Ladies and gentlemen, before I begin, I have an announcement. After much soul-searching, I have concluded that the awesome job of MC should not become involved in partisan bickering. At all costs, we must preserve unity and avoid further divisiveness in our great industry. Accordingly, I have decided that I will not seek, nor will I accept an Oscar. And if anyone believes that, I'll kill myself. For 30 years, I've been trying to get the Academy to sit down and talk, and they've always given me the same answer: they'll negotiate if I stop bombing. I would have been nominated this year, but I made a picture with Phyllis Diller, and the Academy couldn't figure out a category for us. This is it, the Oscar night, the crucial time in the life of an actor when small grievances, petty dislikes, and envy are thrust aside for the opportunity for outright hatred. This is Hollywood's hour of destiny. In other words, 2 hours. This is the night we sit in judgment. This is the night we sit in judgment, and may the late show of 10 years from now prove us right. This is our annual Pygmalion display. This is the night many an ugly face turns beautiful, and many a beautiful face turns ugly. And I'm in there somewhere. 40 years ago, this affair started as a dinner, and now it's a nationwide television show. Movies have come a long way since Adolph Zucker stepped off the train 60 years ago with a Brownie camera and a letter of introduction to Crosby. As for tonight's award, I have only one prediction to make. Due to the gold drain, the Oscars are made out of chopped chicken liver. Either that or they'll butter Mickey Rooney and hand them out. No, there are a lot of nervous, smiling... I must hurry along. There are a lot of nervous, smiling, and over-friendly actors out in the audience. I don't know why. The results are in. The injustice has already been compiled and tabulated by Price Waterhouse, whose integrity I can personally vouch for. They'll never get a guest shot on Let's Make a Deal, believe me. Now, this is the world's most glamorous audience. What a sea of mink, ermine, and diamonds. Looks like the Palm Springs Unemployment Office. It's a beautiful audience. Everything matches. The men in their Don Loper turtlenecks and the ladies in their Polly Bergen turtle oil. And what fabulous furs. As Zsa Zsa Gabor walked in, 2 chipmunks yelled, "Arthur, Arthur." Now, it's a great night for the stars, but don't get the idea that success comes without effort. Night after night, you can see these great stars laboring at the factory. And I wish you could see them backstage, primping backstage. The velvet Victorian ruffles, the lace collars, the ringlets and corkscrew curls, the exotic beads, and that's just the men. And I want to tell you, the fans in front of the auditorium got a lot of action out there. A yellow Ferrari rolled up and Steve McQueen got out. And a white convertible with steer horns on the bumper drove up and Dale Robertson got out. Then a brown Santa Monica bus stopped and Jack Benny got out. And then a big thrill, Dean Martin rolled up. No car, he just rolled up. Warren Beatty must be pretty confident. He arrived in a truck followed by Faye Dunaway in a getaway car. Well, I got the feeling that some of the stars went a little too far to get attention. I didn't mind Rex Harrison arriving on a giraffe, but Dame Edith Evans in a Micro Mini was a little too much. A lot of new acting talent has emerged this year. Dustin Hoffman, Faye Dunaway, Gene Hackman, Catherine Ross, Maharishi Mahesh Yogi. You all know him, Maharishi, India's answer to Cool Hand Luke. Some of our stars went to India to study transcendental meditation. I went to diction class to learn how to say it. This has been a great year, though, for motion pictures. Movies have real grown up, and so have the kids who've been seeing them. A year ago, we introduced movies with dirty words. This year, we brought you the pictures to go with them. Today, Tom Jones would be up for a 4-H Club award. Some of the pictures this year are so sexy, Price Waterhouse is handing out the names in a plain brown envelope. Never on Sunday was once considered very daring, but not long ago it was shown on television with no fuss at all. In fact, TV guides simply described it as a Greek working girl's struggle to achieve a 6-day week. Yes, this was the year that Hollywood became independent of the foreign influence. We proved we could make good, dirty pictures without any help from anybody. But it's a strange business, isn't it? Whoever thought we'd be making sexy pictures and Italy would be making westerns? Now, I was shocked by some of the nominations. I really was. I thought certainly that LBJ was a shoo-in for Guess Who's Not Coming to the Convention. And acting's a frustrating business. Some of us beat ourselves silly with no results. And Audrey Hepburn knocks off a nomination with her eyes shut. And have you noticed how Rod Steiger changed his size for different pictures? In The Pawnbroker, he was 5'3". In The Heat of the Night, he was 6 feet. I hate a man who grows for gold. We're leaving one exit door unlatched tonight. If Dr. Doolittle wins, Rex Harrison wants to rush out and break the news to his co-stars out in the alley. And if we're giving special awards for special effects, how about the one that Anne Bancroft had on Dustin Hoffman? No, I thought the graduate had something to do with the sheepskin until I saw it. I was wrong. It's a story of a college student who didn't go out for sports until after he graduated. I can't imagine him nominating a kid like Dustin Hoffman. He starred in a picture he can't get in to see. And there were some pretty sexy scenes in The Fox, or as it was originally titled, Any Number Can Play. Actually, I don't know what the writers have been smoking this year. Bonnie and Clyde is about happy killers, Dr. Dolittle talking to animals, The Graduate, seduction, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, intermarriage, and in the heat of the night, racism. I want to tell you I've got a great plot for my next movie. It may win an Oscar. I'm going to play a chain gang sheriff who sticks up sex-crazy housewives, then marries a zebra and spends his honeymoon playing tic-tac-toe. In a moment, thank you. In a moment, we'll be handing out the Oscars, if it's safe. An usher is sneaking up behind Warren Beatty now to find out what the lump is in his hip pocket is. And incidentally, ladies and gentlemen, we have a new conductor for the awards tonight, Mr. Elmer Bernstein. Elmer, very good. Elmer has been nominated for 11 Oscars, but has never won once. So you'll understand if everything comes out hearts and flowers. Anyway, Elmer, welcome to the club. He's been through more sour grapes than the little old winemaker. But you're wonderful.